We've done a few different things in the Tabligh department this year, alhamdulillah. We heard a lot of feedback about, I don't know the language of this country, or I don't have contacts, or I don't go out into the workplace, and how can I do Tabligh? So keeping that in mind and knowing that there were a lot of Urdu-speaking sisters, we had a workshop targeted towards them, where it was motivation. It was delivered all in Urdu. We had over 600 Lajna members who participated in that workshop. Back in October, we had Lajna Maila and the students had a mulaqat with beloved Hazur Anwar, and he gave such amazing guidance as always in terms of, Lajna members, especially our youth, being the ambassadors of faith, and that it was their responsibility to carry forward the message.
किस तरह पहचान करें तो खलीफा को पहचान करवाने वाले तुम लोग हो, ठीक है? पहले खुद समझो और फिर खलीफा वक्त के एम्बेसडर बनो और ये पैगाम पहुंचाओ जमात का.
In obedience to this guidance that was given to us by beloved Hazur, we collaborated with the National Tabligh Department and introduced the AMSA Ambassadors of Faith sessions for our AMSA students. So the goal of the sessions was to increase the spiritual knowledge that our students had, while at the same time helping them establish their Ahmadi Muslim identity. And the topic we chose for this year's sessions was controversial issues surrounding women in Islam. Alhamdulillah, a total of 8 sessions have been held so far across our AMSA chapters all across Canada. Around 300 students have attended these sessions.
I think that there is a really big shift that we've noticed in terms of the youth being interested in religion. 2 of our high school girls who are very active daya, who encouraged their teachers to come and visit the mosque or to have somebody come and speak to them. So alhamdulillah, one of our Murabbi sahibs went and answered their questions. They asked if they could come to the mosque and do a tour. So alhamdulillah, that's another avenue through mosque tours that has given us this platform for Tabligh. And then lastly, this year we were able to have a smaller, more intimate gathering with our Tabligh contacts. And a part of our Tabligh plan for all of the local majalis was to encourage them to reach out to the women-centered organizations, charities in their local communities and start to build a relationship with them. And you would be so surprised, like we've been able to make connections with 60 new women-centered organizations. The Hill House Hospice here in Richmond Hill. After learning about who we are, they wanted to come and meet with us and learn more about our organization. And they're building a new space, and they chose to meet with our organization to understand, when there's end-of-life care that's provided to those of the Muslim faith, what considerations should they keep in mind?
There are so many moments in which my connections or interactions with the Ahmadiyya Muslim Women's Association have brought a smile, a laugh to my heart, to my soul, and to the hearts of the team members that I work with. From the moment when I, as an example, visited their offices, and just that sense of welcoming, the essence of calmness, of feeling togetherness and alignment in terms of servitude and caring for others. When we were so honored and privileged to receive a generous check to help support the rebuilding of our new hospice home so we can serve more families, that is a moment that I will never ever forget, that's for sure. And of course, learn in terms of, even as we're looking at the new design for the hospice home, how do we make sure that the beds, as an example, that they can face Mecca? Or how do we make sure that halal food is available? Or so many different learnings over the year.
So Jalsa Salana is an excellent opportunity for Tabligh because it is this large gathering of Muslims, of Ahmadi Muslims all across Canada. And we have a very excellent setup for our Tabligh guests in terms of an exhibition. This year, the Review of Religions exhibition is coming as well, which we're very excited about. And we have a formal program for our Tabligh guests where they can listen to the sessions, to the speeches, and then they can have, lunch or dinner with us, depending on when they come. And really just seeing such a large gathering, I think, has a huge impact on them.